that musical maestro from hearing such great sounds and sound system play at my cousin's place, which is Bobby.
Put it this way.
You're laughing, sir Leo.
Put it this way: the days when music was being played in Oracabessa,
yes,
at the Bulbilon, we used to have sound system called Sir Alfonso. We used to have a sound called Sir Howell. This is back in the 60s and 70s, and they were blowing inside my house. So all the music when they used to play that same way on my show too. So you know, that's where it all started for me, you know.
Now I see the connection.
Yeah, that's where it all started for me, you know. So
the other day I was on your program, I was looking on one of your musical program, Leo. And I see around the set, I say, Leo, this thing coming from way back.
Yeah, man, it's far. We are live, by the way. We are live, by the way. This is Leo Gilling on the Oracabessa Link Up on the Leo Gilling Show. Right here, right now. No, me actually coming to you from Florida. And then we have one gentleman today by the name of Carlton Walker coming from Canada, all the way in Canada. And then Hudson Grant in Kingston. And then we have the real Oracabessa person, Mr. Henry, Ramon. Is it Ramon Bighouse Henry?
Yeah, man, I got it right.
All right. Right in Oracabessa. So we have a great connection. And so no matter which part we're in the world, Oracabessa is always our home. And so I want each of the persons to tell us who they are, and explain exactly which part of Oracabessa them come from, so that the people in Oracabessa can understand who them looking at, and so they can, you know, tell us. So let's go to Hudson Grant. You have 1 minute to tell us exactly where you come from, Oracabessa, and who your family is, so that we can connect. Right? Go ahead, Hudson.
Okay. Welcome to your show, Leo, and good afternoon to your house.
You sound so shy. Are you shy?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm not. Never been shy. Welcome to your audience. Welcome to your show, Mr. Gillens.
All right,
I'm Hudson Grant from Oracabessa. My family is Nola Grant and Byron Grant. We live up a place called Hairy Hill.
Hairy Hill?
Yes, next to the mall pit. So when you're coming from Days Mountain, coming down, we're the second gate on the left.
Oh, I know where that is. At a mall pit.
Mall pit, you know, where we get all those malls to fix the road. That's why we have such lovely roads up where we live. And I'm happy to say that my cousin is on the program also, Mr. Henry.
All right.
Introduce himself. So, family, welcome.
What you say about our father name again?
Nola Grant and Byron Grant. They call him Mr. Tillyman.
All right. Yes. All right. All right. Then we are going to Mr. Carlton now. Carlton, tell us who you be and which part you grew up and which part you come from.
Hello, I'm Carlton. Thank you, Leo, for having me on. I am from Canopan, right at the lane beside Miss Booch, right round at the back.
Right side of Miss Booch shop.
Yeah, right side of Miss Booch shop, and you go around at the back of the lane beside the price them. My grandfather was Ducal Gardner.
When you?
And my grandmother was Nita Gardner.
Oh, so you grew with your grandmother and grandfather?
Yes, and my mother was Mavis Gardner. I have a brother named Bertie. They call him Bertie. Pittsburgh Dogs.
Okay, Lord of mercy. And then we have another a younger generation now, right? From Oracabessa, but we need to know who him is. So you have to go connect the dots for us, my brethren.
Yeah, man, blessing. Ramon Henry, son of Harold Henry, better known as Bolby.
Better known as Esther. Better known as Suoji.
Yes, Suoji, Toaster.
Arrows, yes. Everything is everything. Enough respect to you. And it's I want to welcome each and every one of you to the show, each of you to the show. It's really nice to have you guys, because this is the Oracabessa link up, and I intentionally asked Big House to come on the show today for two reasons. One is a proud Oracabessa, a teacher and a community person, but more so the fact that he is the new age Oracabessa, and we are going to do some comparison today. Incidentally, I also found out that he's running for office, running for a councilman in Oracabessa next election. Is that true?
Yeah, man, that's true.
That's all right. So we have a big time celebrity in our presence today. All right. So Bighouse, which part you born again? Which part of Oracabessa you born? Which part of you live you born and grow?
Well, Canop and right beside Faith Lane.
Right side of Faith Lane.
Yeah, where the land is a Rose Bamble land. That is where I grew up for most of my years as a child.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, right about
okay. So I for some reason I thought you were in Masonal. I saw a lot of pictures of you in Masonal.
No, that is where we're just doing some work up there and stuff, because we also have family in Masonal and Days Mountain as well. But we are all over the place, man, all over.
All right, Hudson, tell him who his grandmother is and him auntie them is and thing. Tell him.
Well, his aunts are like Peggy.
No, man. You know aunt named Peggy Virgin.
You mean Henry?
Yes, him aunt. Toaster sister them and so.
Oh, toaster sister. You mean like the singer? Who is the singer? Who is the singer in your family, young man? Joni.
And
there is Joni.
And Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
And Roxy.
Yes.
And who else?
Yeah.
Them two them are familiar with big time.
Okay, okay. I think that was is Sweetie your auntie too? Sweetie? Sweet
yes.
My auntie.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You had a nurse auntie. She was in another bay there. The helpless one.
Oh, that's right. Dati. Yes, Dati.
Yeah.
All right. And who's his grandmother?
That one beat me. Miss
Gloria.
Miss Gloria.
Yeah.
Remember, I said the lawn, man. The lawn wasn't always bamboo or arrows bamboo, you know. It was called Gloria's lawn at that time. When it was old time, that it was Gloria's lawn. What wrong with this man? Carlton, can you help me? You understand these things?
No, because I listen to it and I jog my memory now because I'll just ring a bell now. I'm Miss Gloria, remember?
You remember Gloria? I learned last week that Gloria, you have to bring your camera down because we can't see your face, Carlton. I learned last week that Gloria was a big dancer and singer.
Yes.
Yes, man.
Yes,
I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Henry's grandfather was Uncle Puto.
Puto, there you go.
Englishman, the Englishman.
Live in England for like 40 years, right?
Yes, when he come out with him suspender.
Suspender, yes. And him own a donkey that threw me over one time.
You remember all these things.
Everybody talks about Puto donkey, man. Everybody talk about Puto donkey.
Yeah, man.
All right, so we're gonna go down Oracabessa, and you guys are going to remind me of some of the things that happened, and so that our younger generation can know what Oracabessa is or was at the time. All right. So let's go down Oracabessa Street from Miss Ten shop to Methodist Church. I want Carlton to tell me all of the buildings from Miss Ten shop. You know Miss Ten?
Yeah, I know Miss Ten, man.
You know Miss Ten? Also, you know Miss Ten?
Yes.
Who's Miss Ten? All right, Miss Ten. Yeah, what's she?
Forget?
All right. So from Miss Ten, tell us the shop so that Bighouse can know what was there and him can tell us what is there now, right? So tell us what happened, the buildings from Miss Ten down to Methodist Church. starting on the left. What was there?
Anti-min shop.
Hoover?
Anti-min.
Anti-min.
Yes.
All right. What anti-min sell? What anti-min did sell?
Anti-min was just a general shop.
Just a general shop.
And stuff like that.
And it's on the left-hand side going towards Methodist, right?
On the gully there, right?
Right on the gully. All right. So who else was there?
Next to that, there was a barber shop.
Who was the barber?
Oh, gosh.
Bracket.
Bracket, yes.
Bracket, yes. That was Bracket. He used to give it 20. He used to give it 20C.
I'm back up now.
Right, yes. All right, good. What else next?
If you want around the world.
Yes. What else was there?
Then you have barber price shop.
No, man. Barber price gone far. You got well, he may own the building there. But it was Mr. Orisha who used to make snow cone.
In the donor shop.
Right on the front there, right next to market.
I thought he used to sell it off in bicycle.
No, man. You're gone too far to know. Can you help him there, Hudson?
Yes, it was Mr. Orisha, that snow cone.
Yeah, the snow cone, man.
There.
Yes.
Right. And there was a next shop in between. And
there's a shop between. There you go.
I can't remember that owner shop, but after that, you have the famous market.
But there was there was a shoemaker right there in that little shop.
Yes. Oh, that was the shop. That was the shop with the shoemaker.
Yes, there was a shoemaker.
Yes.
All right.
That was there for many years.
For many years.
Big. Yes.
All right. So because we used to have to make our shoes. We couldn't buy shoes in that days. We have to make shoes for God's school, right?
All right. Heal it.
All right, good. So next door to Mr. Orisha now, what's next door?
There was a bar there.
The market.
Market. Next door to barber shop was the market.
Yes.
Market.
Yes.
And the bar.
Yes. All right. I'm going to give you a trick question now. Right in front of market, there were two significant buildings right in front of market. Tell me what they are.
Mr.
Chinloy, yes.
And drugstore.
And what?
Mr. Rogers Drugstore.
Mr. Rogers Drugstore. That is absolutely true. Mr. Rogers Drugstore. Mr. Rogers used to make the drugs there. So who would give Mr. Rogers the prescription to fill?
I don't know. Dr. Harry.
No, man. Down the street where Portuguese there. Dr. Pat. Oh, no, remember them thing, man. Why is it that I have to remembering these things? That don't make any sense, and I'm the younger guy here.
But
Dr.
you
Pat
should.
used to have his own dispensary and his own pharmacy.
Yeah, but he's a pharmacist. He's a pharmacist. So Dr. Pat with the long what you call it again? The needle.
Yes.
Right. Okay. The needle him juke up on your butt with it, right? him used to send the prescription up to Mr. Rogers, and Mr. Rogers would make them crush the thing and make it. Yeah. All right. So remember that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Bighouse, do you recall, or do you know exactly where we're talking about in front of the market? What's in front of the market now?
Well, directly in front of the market now is McDonald's supermarket.
Yes. McDonald's supermarket.
Yes.
And that incidentally, that's a very brand new building, okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What else is there?
Well, McDonald's supermarket practically covers
Pick up the whole thing, right?
in front there, because they made a new section up to last year before last to last year.
Yes.
So
all right.
Start from Carchi Street, come right up to
all right. Excellent.
Yeah. I have a question.
It's right next to Carchi Street, Carlton. Right next to Carchi Street. What was there?
In between Carter Street, one side is John Shop, one side is Mr. Pat Drug Store.
But there was something else there between John Shop and Carter Street.
There was a cloth store there. I can't remember if it was a cloth store was there.
Between John Shop and Carter Street?
Yes.
Street was right beside John Shop, man.
Yeah, man, I them own it, but it was a race track, a race track.
betting shop. Yeah, betting shop.
What's
Yeah,
wrong with them, man?
But Charlie owned the betting shop same
Yeah,
way.
Charlie is a chinlai too, but I
Yeah.
own it.
Own
But
the betting shop.
yeah, but yeah, come on, man. Oh, what's wrong with you? I recommend you don't come from a region.
So we're not gamblers.
We're not gambler, you know. We never used to buy them stuff, so we don't take
But
that.
my father used to send me with it. My father used to send me with the paper, with the
Paper.
long paper there, and him check out if they ask them when one buy, and then you bring the money down and buy. They ask them.
But Leo, you know what was good about that? Mr.
Yeah.
Chinlaw, know all of the fathers them handwriting. He couldn't tell who this coming from. He couldn't tell
Alright,
who write this.
What's the name of the supermarket now where Miss Shimid have? Because it's still a supermarket, right? Right?
Oh boy. Oh boy,
What's called?
supermarket.
Cowboy?
Oh boy.
But Jesus Christ.
I don't know if that's the official name, but it's a Chinaman named Cowboy. I already know.
Oh, all right. So let me tell you a little bit about that supermarket. Back in the 60s, there was a lady who owned it named Miss Ten. So it was called Ten's Supermarket,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It had to the closest part to Canopan Road was a wholesale. So you buy 50 pounds of flour, 50 pounds of sugar, and then all of the cars, the van them used to come and back up right there. And then they would take this stuff on a Friday and Saturday to Jacks River and Hamilton Mountain, whomever they store them up there. And that's what used to provide them with the wholesale. And right next to there now would be the retail, right? Right. And so the newer part of Miss Shim supermarket is now the retail part, but the old part was the wholesale, right? Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spin around, yes.
All right. Take it away from Big Tree. Hudson, from Big Tree.
Well, there are two significant. Well, prior to that, there was by my recollection, is a cloth store.
What kind of store?
Cloth. We said cloth.
Where?
Accessory, right at the Big Tree.
In front or right next to it?
Next to it on the left.
Okay.
The post office.
Oh, Miss Tony.
Miss Stu, right.
Miss Tony place that, right?
Miss Stu place.
Miss Cathy.
No,
Miss Tati. Yes, Miss Tati. All right.
Right. You could get just about anything like how you could get that from Mr. Campbell's store. There were the two stores that sell just about everything, every accessory.
All right. What was right in front of there?
The post office.
Oh, big house.
No. Before you reach the post office, there was a bar where the Kellys them own now. I don't remember what was there.
What, you don't remember what was there?
There was
Wasn't that Benson Bar?
No,
Benson,
man. No, that's
it
not
was
Benson Bar.
the Kellys them own it now, but I can't remember what was there.
There was a bar before, right in front of Big Tree.
Yes, and don't forget
How do
also.
you know?
Yeah, but
It's a hardware store right now, right? Right, Big
yeah,
house?
but Leo,
Yeah.
Leo, don't
Yeah.
forget this. The first pole, the first JBC antenna pole away from Solomon Peak was erected there with a lady named Miss Tony. I think Miss Tony, right in the yard between the hardware
And the post
and
office.
the post office.
Yeah, right. Yes, I remember that.
There was a JBC pole.
Yeah, that was Oracabessa's
hardware
television
store.
representation.
Yes.
The hardware
yes.
store was owned by Miss Mars.
Miss
That's
Mars.
right. No, that was
Yes.
later, right? That's down further. Yes, Miss Mar owner.
Right.
We passed Dr. Pat. So what's Portuguese place right now, Big House? What's there now?
What's where?
Right next to Mr. Kelly, the hardware store, the building just before you get to the hardware store.
Okay. It's a little beauty accessory place now.
Oh, okay. Okay, so back in the day, it was the biggest doctor's office that served Oracabessa, Amta Mountain, Deers Mountain, Boscobel, everything. It was the only doctor's office.
Yes.
Then
Other doctors
all-
visit by car. It was the only
Yes.
doctor office.
It was the only doctor office for many. It's like it was the like school, big school, what you call it, Oracabessa All-Age School
All-Age
was the
School.
only school in a whole lot of, right around the area. This was the only doctor around the area. And so,
Yeah. So who was the doctor that
There
was
was
there?
another doctor right across from church.
No, that's Bullock. Him come later
That's
on.
Bullock. That's
He come later on.
Before we leave Jamaica,
No, man.
Eh?
before we leave Jamaica, there was a doctor there.
No.
No, man. Dr. Bullock came there
Dr. Bullock
in the
came there
late
that
70s, late 70s.
like about
Yeah.
74.
Well,
Yes.
leave you me before me leave Jamaica.
There was a nurse there.
A
There was
nurse.
a nurse. Yes. Howie's mother. I forgot her name, but she was a midwife who go around and have and she
Deliver
birthed my
babies,
sisters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there was
I
a nurse there.
know that people used to go there and get medical service.
Eh?
And you know why I know? Because my family owned that property.
Okay.
But could it that the doctor came down there on
Once a
request
week
of
or
the nurse?
Yeah, they probably came there.
Yes.
Yeah. It was not doctor office at all. It was she was the person who was running that.
Yes.
Mhm.
He was a midwife. And a son by the name of Denny who drove really, really fast around. Or he had a little mini car, minivan, little mini vehicle.
Mm.
Yeah. All right. And then, okay, so we were at Dr. Pat and he told us that there's a little store there right now at Dr. Pat's.
Mm.
What's right in front of Dr. Pat? There's a little pass. Where it go? Where it lead to?
Down at the beach.
Up the
At
step.
the beach.
No,
Which
on the
beach
beach,
was
that's on
that?
the left. Beside
Yeah,
the
which beach was that?
Fisherman Beach.
It's Fisherman's Beach.
No, James
Yeah.
Bond.
No, man. That's the
Yes,
James
man. That's why you take along a Fisherman Beach.
Yeah, but James Bond, he's saying James Bond is further down.
It
Yeah,
leads
that's
you down
right.
to James Bond too.
Right.
Well, you
What,
could
you go
walk.
right to James Bond and
Right
left
now you
to
can.
Fisherman.
No.
Right now you can, but you couldn't have done that back in the days.
When we were growing up.
Yeah.
But we usually have a track there. We didn't
No.
have a road.
We
The
lost
road cut far
Bighouse.
long after.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna tell you, listen to this. When you go beside Market and go down there, sir, it take you to
Right.
the Fisherman Beach. In order to get to the Marsport Beach, you have to go into the water at the time.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
on the hill between Fisherman Beach and Marsport Beach, there was a house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
And then you could have walked behind Mr. Ralph and go down on Marsport Beach, or you could have walked by Rice Yard and go down on
Go
Marsport
down.
Beach.
Yeah.
And you could have walked beside Barracks Lawn and go down there also.
Yes.
Let's see now. Ashi is trying to come in. Let me bring him back. Let me bring back Ashi. He's watching. All right. We lost Bighouse, so I don't know if he's gonna come back. VIP. All right. That just 1 second there for me. Ashi was trying to come in. All right. So Oracabessa. After we pass Miss Tati, what's the next big building right there?
On the right or on the left?
On the left, on the left.
Miss Tony.
Miss Tony.
Yes.
But what was that building used for?
They had Jehovah Witness on top. Mr. at the bottom.
They did? The Jehovah's Witness? I thought that place was used as an overnight stay place. It wasn't, they had
Imagine to one side at the left.
right,
Where the
right.
step go up.
Yes. That's the library now, right?
Yes, yes.
All right. And then right next to that, what was it?
As far as I can recall, there was Benson Bar.
That is absolutely right. That's Benson Bar.
Two of his daughters here in Canada.
Eh?
Two of his daughters here in Canada.
Oh, okay. They're foresters. She's trying to join us, so let's see if we're gonna get him. There were foresters. Mr. Benson was a forester, wasn't he?
Was it Benson's
yes,
name?
Yes.
Yes, he's forester.
Mhm.
All right.
Benson Forrester?
Yeah, I don't know his first name. No, I thought his name was Forrester. Somebody, when Ashley come on, he will tell me what Forrester. Maybe not. Maybe it's the butcher man named Forrester.
The butcher man named
Benson's
Forrester.
Benson.
The butcher man.
Benson's
Benson.
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 Yeah,
No, Benson wasn't Forrester.
it's Benson.
There was a Forrester who used to be a butcher, and he
Oh,
was
so-
son named Kev Forrester.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's okay, all right. So Benson has two daughters in Canada,
Yes.
and you're in touch with them.
Yes.
All right. And what's their name? You remember their name?
Not offhand right now. You know.
Okay, all right.
One of them name oh gosh. I can't remember the name right now.
All right.
I'm-
No problem. I'm dying for Ashley to come in. Him having some connection problems, and I'm not so sure why. Okay, I think he's in now. Ashley, are you there? Ashley, I mean Donovan Jones. Donovan Jones, he's there. All right, and so next to Benson Bar, there's a big building there. Right now, it's a hardware store.
It was a hardware store before.
It
Then-
was.
A gas station was there too.
Gas station.
Yes.
Yes.
One pump. You have to
You-
when you pump in the gas, you have to spin the thing on the side.
Oh my God, I didn't know that one.
It was an electrical one. You have to spin the thing. You remember that, Carlton?
Yes,
You
man.
Like you have to spin it like you're making ice cream.
You have to pump it up before it
Yes.
pump.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Okay, so it had a hardware and it had a gas station.
Gas station.
Yes.
So we had 3 gas stations in Oracabessa.
Yes.
I believe so.
Morgan one.
But
But
it was
hold on.
Morgan then, it was Sylvia,
Yeah,
but
but
then,
hold on.
eh,
Hold on, Mr. Gillings. Right back up to Oracabessa by 10 shop. Don't Mr. Morgan at a gas station right there. So at his, you remember that, Carlton?
he had a gas
There's a gas
pump.
pump right there before he went around to like going to race course.
No, Mr. Morgan never owned a gas pump because that one on a coloring on a avenue was a gas station. Always a gas station and a club. We talked about that before.
Mm.
Morgan own it.
I'm trying to
I see
Morgan
my-
son
turn
own it.
your video horizontal, Ashi, and then come in. Because you are a critical historian here. Turn your video horizontal. I need to. There are some people here. Keys. Okay, no, that's not what I want. I want. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. So Luxley is watching, and he says something about plus Mr. Walsh. Luxley said, Mr. Walsh. Barbara says, Miss Marr Hardware Store.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
name of it.
That Miss Marr
That
had
was
a
the name
hardware
of it.
store. That's right. Again, that's right in front of
Anyone.
Benson.
21.
That's the same, right? That's the same place.
Yes, right in front of 21, right into the corner.
All right. And then let's see now. We have Barbara Keys online, Opal Patrick online. Who else? Luxley Quinlan, Joan Wallace. Guys, if you have any questions, you can shoot them to us right here and we'll answer them for you. It's all about Oracabessa here on this Sunday afternoon. Ashley was here, but he's Ashley, can you hear us? Can you hear us? Donovan. Hello.
It's still cold.
Connecting. You have to get out and come back because it seemed like your audio didn't accept your audio. And please turn your camera horizontal if you can hear us. All right.
But
Elaine
yeah.
Henry is also here. Eh?
Yes. We are forgetting one significant thing. Between the post office and coming down to Tenny, there was a phone booth.
Yeah.
It's right in front of Mr. T. Right next to the post
That
office.
was the first phone booth, and I think was the only phone booth that was erected in Oracabessa.
But it's funny because I talked so affectionately about that phone booth because when people in America, right? When people in America, and the phone rings. The phone might just be there by itself and it start ringing, right? Ring, ring, ring. Somebody's gonna pick it up. And when they pick up the phone, what will happen is they will say, "Hey, you know Leo?" The person in America, "You know Leo?" And they say, "Yes, we know Leo. Can you find him and tell him to come back 10 o'clock? If you come answer this, if you come get this call, you know?" By the time I would get there at 10 o'clock and one long line of people there that will get for them phone call also. Only put what do you call it? Calls where collect calls. Okay, I don't can remember that. Collect calls, a lot of collect calls during the days. Thank you for coming back. Councilman Henry.
Bless you, the internet I get problems, sir.
I know what I know it go then with it. All right, since you come back so early, did you go to primary school in Oracabessa?
Yeah, Oracabessa primary.
So me now go ask your age. You look like I'm about 21 or 22 or somewhere there, right? So your time at primary school, you left primary school very, very recently. I want to ask you because it's kind of bugging me. Hudson and Carlton remember this. In the building, the western building, the one that at the top, we call top building. Yeah. Right? There used to be a step or two steps. One go up that way and one go up. It's a V step. One to go to that class and one to go to that. That's still there? Do you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is, you know.
All right. So under there was at the southernmost part of that building, right beside the step, we used to be able to go under the building and come out on the other side of our almond tree. Yeah. Can you still go under the building? Under the cellar?
I don't think so.
Oh, Jesus, I'd be disappointed.
No fun.
There's no fun there. If that,
no fun there.
Cellar under there, Henry, there's no fun.
I remember now, going under that cellar, you can't do it yourself either.
Exactly.
Going up at that end for you to walk up right underneath it, you know, as a little boy.
Yeah, you walk underneath that cellar and you come out next to A class, the back of A class, but there's an almond tree right there where you come out and you can look at Baptist Church.
Yes. Yeah, that's at the back of the A class.
That not there no more, Henry?
No.
That's unfortunate, brethren. when we went to school and we look at when you walk into the lavatory, because them days we call it the lavatory, not the restroom, we call it lavatory.
Or the toilet.
Our toilets, yeah. Oh, Rosemary Booth says that place is filled with dirt now. Oh my God. Sorry. Rosemary, thank you very much. And then Noreen Kelly says, "Hi, cousin Carlton. You guys are doing a great job making Oracabessa come alive. Respect." Mark Rooms is watching. Good morning, Mark Rooms. I remember that too. He said, remember that under the cellar there. Rosemary says, bus garage is there. What do you mean by bus garage? Rosie, you have got to tell me what bus garage mean. Anyway, so let's talk. I still want to talk to Mr. Henry because this is important. Did you know that there were that school was the Baptist church then before? What we call Baptist church now is no longer was a Baptist church at school.
It's about 2 weeks or it's about 2 weeks ago somebody mentioned that to me now.
Yes. yes.
That the school was where the Baptist church was. The church was where the school was.
Yes. And we grew up with a whole heap of tomb around the school. And man, dopey Jesus. I mean,
you ever seen it, Leo? You ever seen it?
Mr. Grant, I want to direct a question to you. Can you tell me how many buildings were over in the schoolyard?
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, five. There was six. There was center canteen, the male and female toilet, yes. And building A and building B. Well, if we call A class a separate building, then that would be 7. That would be 7. But we had a good canteen.
Oh yeah.
I never went to the primary school there, the primary school there, you know.
Oh, you
went to
didn't?
Barnes. No, I
Oh,
went
you
to
went to
Barnes.
Barnes School.
Yes,
All right.
Barnes.
Bigos, you know one in Barnes School?
Say that again?
You know where Barnes School was?
No.
All right. Where is that big transmitter post in a Canopan?
Okay.
That was
where the digital pole is.
Yes,
Right.
Mhm.
that's Barnes School. That was a big school right there.
You know,
Was that
guys,
when the Oracabessa primary was there, or was it?
No, it's called
No,
Barnes. It
Barnes
was called
Prep.
a private school. Barnes.
Yeah.
Barnes Prep.
One
You
of
know,
the
yeah.
best teacher that come across in St. Mary. One of.
Yeah, and that's where this guy's from, Carlton.
you know,
Yeah.
I
Okay,
went to
okay.
all
Akadir.
4 schools in Oracabessa.
Huh?
Yes.
I went to all 4 schools in Oracabessa.
Well, you give trouble, Carlton.
I went to Sawdust and I went to big school.
Yeah.
So Mark says he heard about Barnes School, Barnes Prep School, it's called. And and Lockley's remembering Center. You know what Center was? Big House. Center on the building, on the school premises, was a vocational center where you learn how to make pottery and
Knitting and all those
you can
things.
make cups and vases and all of that stuff. You learn a trade by the time you left school.
Well,
Because-
Leo, there was 2 parts to center, eh? There was
Okay.
the boys part and there was the girls part.
Girls part.
Yes, yes. And they also had some water tanks right there with fish in them.
Yes.
You remember that?
Mm, yeah.
And that primary school also had a garden. They did yam and cocoa and banana and orange. There were like 3 or 4 neighbor orange fruit down there. All kinds of stuff that was going on at primary school. That was a rich school for a long time.
Oh yeah, them had a plantation right at the back, man. Where them used to do when boys go to go to center. That
Yes.
was part of the deal. I remember a guy used to teach here, Mr. Wint.
Oh, okay. That Louis says one of the best schools then, that must be Barnes. Barbara says Center was at primary school. Yes, thank you so much, Barbara. And then, this is good for let me tell you something, Mr. Henry, this is good for this is good learning for your political career, because you ought to know this kind of stuff. Right?
That's why I'm listening. Not taking interesting information.
Because let me give you a little bit of information, because I don't think Carlton knows this, but Hudson might know where he calls Marl Pit up at Ariel,
Yeah.
up in Barrowfall, was where big trucks, we used to call them Euclid trucks, used to go
Original.
pick up marl and rocks and pull it to go dump up the ocean down where they have
James Bond.
James Bond Beach
Yeah.
right now, right? Because the water came right to the front of the school, across the road from the school,
Splashing up on the wall.
splashing up on the wall.
Yeah.
And so the information that you want is to know that Oracabessa was supposed to be the Ocho Rios Harbor, where the cruise ship coming in.
Yeah.
That's why they dumped up down there, because Oracabessa is supposed to have been that cruise ship spot.
But remember also, Leo, that we had the wharf.
And yeah, we talked about the wharf last week. We talked
Yes.
about the two
Okay.
major wharves that we grew up with. That,
Yes.
there were other wharves too, you know.
And it's because of that they wanted to make the cruise ship came there because it
From-
was a natural
right.
harbor.
Right,
Yes.
because it was a natural harbor.
Yeah.
All right. So deep water, we still have one thing we didn't call buoy.
We,
It's a buoy, right?
Yes.
Buoy, and it was like half a mile out there, just beyond the reef, right? And that used to be our marker when we would swim, have swimming race. So we'll
They
swim
still have them
out.
out there, man.
Eh?
They still have them out there.
They still have them out there? Okay,
Yeah,
this
man.
particular one was a red with black.
Black.
It's red and it's that black. And you used to swim out there, and when to win the race, you have to swim and go behind it and come back to wharf.
Circle it.
Yes. So we used to have Bragadap. You remember Bragadap?
Yes.
Boat race and
Boat
swim
race,
race.
yeah.
Let me see what some people saying here. A canteen was at the primary school too, yes. And they used to make dumpling. And in order to make the dumpling look filling, because your eyes capture your stomach, they would put baking soda in the fried dumplings for it to get big. When they put it, it's a big dumpling, you know. You know.
On Fridays.
Yeah,
Everybody used to have lunch Friday, you know, because a fried dumpling there.
yes, yes.
Everybody know want lunch.
Yes, yes. Absolutely. All right. So, Carlton.
Yeah.
Where is Bondo?
Bondo is after Mace now.
I don't think so.
Yeah, man.
After Mace now or before Mace now?
Mace now, and you go Bondo, and then you go Port Maria, Little Beer.
No.
No, man. Bondo come before.
Stop side of Days Mountain.
Yes, as soon as you pass, Days Mountain to the right, as soon as you make the left turn, you're down Bondo. Yes.
And
man. You go Mace now, and then you go Bondo, man. Take my word for it.
Big House, tell us, man.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm Big House. I have a piece of land at Bondo, so we can we have property there. And you could walk there and go straight down into where Galena, where that school is in Galena. Yes.
Hold on. Is what we call Bondo? Is that where what's your name now?
Mother Gungo.
Mother Gungo.
Another lady used to ride one donkey.
Mother Gungo.
No, King. You're talking about King. King in the right side of Hudson. Just up the street.
You sure on a Berwick you have your land?
No, man.
All right.
I'm mixing it up.
Yeah, so Gerald says it's before Mason Hall. Okay?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying it's before Mason Hall. So I don't know where you get your story from, boss. All right?
I think we can help him to remember. You know where the cricket field was, Carlton?
Yeah.
You know where cricket field is on the right, coming up? Right, so it's the next left turn. That would be the road to Bondo.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
back to memory lane.
So here.
And go down into Berwick then.
Into where?
Because you
man.
Bondo and Berwick join in them. Because we used to go to Berwick and go all the way to Galena, you know.
You can walk at the back of Berwick and go up into Bondo.
Yeah, you walk the back of Berwick and go up into Bondo.
Yes.
Okay, so Berwick started where like Laddie and Harry, those what them father name again? Where Harry and did father name again? Him drunk. Him always drunk. I remember him name, I know, but him always drunk. But your father live up there. Isn't that where your father live, Henry?
My father?
Yeah, where him live?
Him have a land up there, but him not live there.
Oh, okay.
Him have a house up there.
Okay. All right, let's see. Hudson come from Bondo. Just past Banjo Hill.
From top days bound, man. Don't spoil where we come from, brother.
Where's Banjo Hill? Where's Banjo Hill?
The same hill you have to walk up. The same hill you have to walk up to go.
Oh, it's Banjo. Which one? Mr. Hines truck there?
Yes.
That's Banjo Hill.
Mr. Gibbs.
Mr. Gibbs, yeah. Okay.
Mr. Gibbs truck with.
Yes.
So when you catch that late gear, that's when we have.
Brockneck Hill now.
Brockneck Hill?
Yeah,
that's what that there. Brockneck Hill there.
I thought it's the hill when you go Days Mountain and you go left and you have to go up one steep hill.
That's Bondo. That's Bondo.
That's
That's Bondo. All right. So, what you say?
I think they call it Brockneck Hill too.
They still call it Brockneck? Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, Barrow Fall was pure bush when we grew up.
Yes.
Right? Yes. They have pimento, coconut, banana, everything that you can think about. Yes. But there was one fruit tree, it's a very small fruit tree, where when it comes to
tangerine or mandarin.
No, the fruit is about this little bit.
Locust.
Locust. There's one locust tree in a Deers Mountain where everybody from Galena and Deers Mountain and Endeavor, everybody comes to that locust tree a morning time from 4 o'clock in the morning time, right? And guess what? The ladies them used to sell in front of school used to come and pick up locusts there and come sell to us at their time. Chop and sweat.
Leo, Leo,
Yes.
you know what? I live a bar fall and then property have one locust tree on it. I mean, swear I the same locust tree.
No.
Yes.
Because any locust tree that they want still?
No, not that I know of, but it's possible.
Yes, man.
But big house no go through that place. Him stay on the main.
Come on.
All right, so here it goes. We used to walk right side of Sec shop. Okay, let's get big house square away now because Sec is
Yeah, man.
Mas Reggie, right? Mas Reggie shop. You know Mr. Reggie?
Oh, yes, a sick. Oh, sorry. I think of the school here.
No. Reggie shop. You know Reggie shop? All right. All right. You know Pastor Brown Church, Pentecostal church.
Oh, yeah.
Just down the street going towards Oracabessa. As soon as you a couple steps, you make a left turn to go through that little pass if you got this mountain.
Yeah.
All right. So that was one pass that we made to go to this mountain. The other one was up a Miss Inez shop.
Inez, yeah.
Miss Inez shop.
Barfall.
We go through Barfall and go. So two different ways we could get to go to Barfall.
Yeah.
So we would go up that street to go up to where the locust tree is, or to go Mass Dan.
Yes.
Mhm.
And come back
Right?
around.
There was no house in there, none.
Hey, Leo.
No,
Yeah.
hold on, Leo.
If that's the case,
Where the Barif them live?
Bars live through Faith Lane, man.
No, there was
What?
the Barif usually live right beside Miss Inez.
Mhm.
Oh, that's Roddy. That's Roddy Barif.
Roddy, yes.
Roddy, but it's just his dad that's a different, that's the same family, but different. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yes, right.
Yes.
I think they were the only person who live up that lane.
Yes. Okay, so here goes some people talking to us. Loxley says, pass through Captain Jerry. I don't know who Captain Jerry is. Anybody knows that? Jason says, yes, enough locust tree that Deers Mountain. Okay. We in next to Miss Inez shop, Mr. Hines shop. John Wallace said there was a big locust tree at Hudson's yard. Oh my God. All right. So we used to walk through Barrowfall and end up at Deers Mountain, right?
Bottom Deers Mountain. Right.
Pass through and go to Eden Park.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Yes.
Right,
Eden Park, and we go through Banana Walk and Orange Walk. Do you know that, Hudson?
Yeah, man, across the river too.
Yeah, and cross the river. There you go. God of mercy, Jesus and peace.
Support up a Jack's River.
All right, Mr. Henry, tell us about Oracabessa. Tell us about the Oracabessa people, or Oracabessa, what it is now. Is there hope for our city, our township?
Well, to tell you the truth, ever since I know myself at this place, I always see it as a place that is filled with potential. And even now, I still think it is. Understand, it is just for the people to realize what they have,
Yes.
and for unity and organization to take place to let it reach to its full potential. But there is hope, man, and you have many persons who are here who have some talent and some qualities that can put it where it's supposed to be. But I guess in time we will see.
I like to hear that. And you know, there have been a whole heap of people who have passed through and done well. I mean, have done well for themselves. Look at this gentleman here, Hudson Grant. Hudson Grant lead one of the. Hudson, wait up. I thought you are a premier. You were a soldier, right?
Yes.
You left school and went to the army. Now you have your own
Business.
security business, right? Is it
Yes.
security business?
Yes.
Premier security business.
Yes.
doing well in Kingston.
And also the president of the Jamaica Ex-Soldier Association.
President of the, and he just got elected to that post, right? Just recently? Yes.
November last year.
And that's a big thing, right? And we have so many, that Donovan Jones doing very well in England. We have guys named Rimple Marsh. He's top guy up in Delaware State University. Great guy to know. And you can draw from these guys their expertise and bring it to Oracabessa. Draw
What
from
about you, Leo?
Carlton Walker is
What
no
about you?
me. I don't know nobody, man.
No.
Hey,
I mean,
yeah.
you are. So when you're done, if you allow me, let me introduce you then. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, don't forget to mention the local guys, like Navarra Dennis.
Navarra Dennis, yes. These guys have been there. There was a gentleman there by the name of when I went to Montego Bay, he was there. Mr. Oh my God, he was
What he does?
insurance. He was insurance.
Oh, Dixon?
No, not
Dixon, the tall Dixon?
no, he lives over in Gibraltar.
Adolf Murdoch.
Not Adolf.
Not Adolf.
He was in Neutral Life higher than Adolf. I forgot his name. But those guys, huh? There was Makiti. What's the name?
It's not Julius you're talking.
No, man, not Julius Matak. But anyway, we could go on and on and on. But in order for Oracabessa to become, look at some of these guys who are out there currently active and draw on their expertise, draw on their experience, and bring it home into Oracabessa for it to nurture these kind of, make it bigger and mature the community.
And I say something on that point, though.
Yeah, man.
I think the key thing that have to happen as well, you see all of these persons that you're naming plus more, and then you have the younger persons coming up, some form of collaborative effort have to be manifested to get these, to draw this energy to build something that, as I say, can be great, because to how I see it, there's only two ways, is either going down or going up. It is hard to stay a balance in the middle. So for us to really go up as we can, we have to find a way to collaborate. So even this that you're doing, I really appreciate it, and that's why I took the time out to come on it, because this is a step towards unity, as simple as it seems. Understand?
Absolutely.
Well said.
And it doesn't. And though I am deep into philanthropy, I see growth not as philanthropy, but as business and economic growth, right? And so we can do as much as giving back as we want to. It's not moving the community. What moves the community is if we can set up structures, set up opportunities, set up business and consulting opportunities to get the thing going. Because if we don't do that, people are always going to think, oh, you come and give me one more, give me, but it's not going to be sustainable, because you can't give constantly. But if you plant a seed, it will grow. And so if we can put things together in our way to offer opportunities, because I do believe that Oracabessa is strategically placed. It's the place where every car from Orchard and Montego Bay want to get to Port Antonio. It's a hub. And all we have to do is to create that space. There's a reason why Oracabessa was the banana capital of the world. It was the boom town of Jamaica. When we used to have street dance.
Wow.
Street dance, people from Kingston and Manchester and Montego Bay and Portland come to our street dance, because street dance was the biggest thing in independence. It wasn't just people playing music on that side and people playing. It was a family social get-together where people come and want. Do you remember what they called that thing they used to call downtown Kingston? What did the name again? Raytown, in Raytown. What they call that? Huh? That's what was happening in Oracabessa, because it was the boom town. It is where all banana from Jamaica got England through. Oracabessa made England rich.
Exactly.
With
We had-
nothing in return.
And nothing in return, because once the banana died, the banana industry died in Oracabessa.
Oracabessa died with it.
Oracabessa died for a long time
Yes.
because there was a lot of people who didn't learn to read properly because we only went to 15 and then we gone to work. And we never take advantage of our academics. And so what happened when you said Mas Dan couldn't read his book? Because he was into that business from he was a little kid, right? And
He
so
was smart.
though the banana industry created economic opportunities, it also, when it died, it was a downturn for our economy.
Was sustainable.
Nothing at all was going on. So therefore, we can now use that growth that we experienced prior to 1970 and re-inject it in our companies because we have the ability to do so.
Yes.
Sure.
Well, Mr. Moderator, one of the things that I discuss and I've seen with a lot of these guys, a lot of these young people, it's like their mindset is not wanting to achieve something. Their mindset is more on the easier way, on the easier route, that they think is the easier route.
True.
Once you have a mindset of want to achieve something, you will work towards it. Take Mr. Henry, for example. It wasn't easy for him, but he decided that, hey, I want to be something. I want to be somebody. I'm going to work for what I am. I'm going to go to school. I'm still going to play my music, but I want to have something that I can fall back onto. And with that mindset, he's now running for council. One of the suggestions to you, a simple one that can start moving things. You have people like Miss Barnes who died. Make a posthumous award to them. Look for some of the whole teachers who nurture us so that you nurture your father, so that you now can be where you're at. That sacrifice themselves. Use this opportunity, as Leo said, to bring us together. Make posthumous award to one of the family of the Barnes and some other teacher who has done so well. And use that to build your own collation and collaborative effort.
That's a good suggestion.
I'm looking also more about, and I know that a lot of the land, the beachfront is gone, but what else can we do to attract tourists to our area? What else? What else can we do to mobilize our youth in Oracabessa for them to, back in the days, in the 1971, 72, 73, 74, 75, there was a movement to get our youth in Oracabessa into the fields, right? Into agricultural fields, because that market, once upon a time, when you walk in that market, it's like walking in into a place where you want to be. Because there were stalls with people selling, everybody's selling something different. Right, one person selling yam, one person selling bell pepper, one person selling cocoa, one person selling fish, and then you had a great butcher at the back of that market. That everybody who comes, they go on a Friday or a Saturday, and Mr. Forrester, I name. Mr. Forrester, the butcher from Hamilton Mountain, would chop the piece of meat that you want and get it to you, and you go home. So there is a way to use that market in a big house, is to bring back. Let me give you an idea. There are a lot of people in this mountain who used to walk down with a donkey, right, and bring the hamper full of yam, full of banana, and on a Friday that place is just jumping. So why can't we get that market going again? Because I saw they have salons in their barber shop, and so that wasn't what it was meant for. It was meant for agriculture. Right? And so if we can motivate people now to start using that on a Friday and motivate people to come back to Oracabessa on a Friday and make economics work, that would be great. I don't know what you say.
Where that is concerned, speaking from a councillor candidate point of view, or as I say, I always tell people this, that I'm not really a politician and I'm a community person who
Absolutely.
I aspire a lot for my community. So in all of the thinking that I have where building the community is concerned, I have been spending years putting some major plans in place.
There
So
you
it
go.
is like, no,
Yes.
it's just a wait and see process now, because I can't really talk certain things
No, I
right.
understand. All right. You don't want to touch a secret.
But,
Right?
but just know that I have the best interest of Oracabessa at heart, and I'm working and all even things that you are actually even mentioning things that I am putting things in
Into
place for
place.
them to manifest. So
All right. All
you
right.
will see.
So here's another one. All right. Here's another idea.
Yeah.
Because Laxi just mentioned someone. He says we have a wealth of culinary experts.
Yeah.
Right? Why not make Oracabessa the culinary capital of the world? Find a space there, Mr. Henry, and make people come and you don't have to have a dance because people love food and people will stop. If I know in Montego Bay that Oracabessa have the best soup, me I drive from Montego Bay come Oracabessa soup. And if we know that they have the best.
I remember when I was a little boy, you used to have jerk festival in Portland.
Absolutely.
We used to drive from here, go to Portland. People
That's my point.
Yeah, so
that's my point.
Even and the same topic as I say, some of the plans that I have, I like how the ideas coming out though, because guess what? These are things that we haven't been taking advantage of over the years.
Right.
And we need to start to plant seeds for these things because we have many unique things about us that we can use to achieve these kind of results, to get people to come to our parish. But as we say, take planning and execution and getting all of you people on board who actually have the heart of the community in mind. And so
let me get something else. I think, and I don't want to be completely certain, but somebody on here can tell me, Garfield, sir, I'm moving back home to try helping your kids, the young kids. Garfield, sir, saying coming back home. I believe, and I can't be confident, but in the back of my mind, I thought Bulby had the biggest goat rearing business once upon a time. Goat. And people take that for granted. I learned last week that Jamaica imports $2 billion US of sheep that's selling our country for goat. So we call everything mutton for a reason, because they don't want us to know. And this is coming from I interviewed Damian Crawford last week on my show, and he's the one who told me this. So he says we have $2 billion worth of sheep coming into our country because we don't have enough goat to serve our communities. And so the most people who use goat are the people who have dance, the people who actually have goats and kill them and sell it and that kind of thing. But for commercial purpose, we don't have enough goat. I remember back in the 70s that goat was a big thing. Ask your daddy. All right, he was a star boss.
But Leo,
yes,
one of the things that plague the rearing of goats, right, is predolaciny.
I know.
And once we can get that predolaciny aspect out of farming, then we'll see a huge result. It has been I have been on security council where we discuss this matter, and it is a sore point.
I thank you for that.
And once we can get that out, because the same community that is raising the goats are the same one who are borrowing them.
I am going to address that, but I just have to read this for you.
Yes,
Hector Richardson says, did you know that Mr. Hudson Grant was one of the greatest track and field athletes of our time? Yes, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm humble.
Carlton wouldn't know that, and Henry wouldn't know that. But I watched Hudson run long distance races, and we were very proud of him back in the 70s. And he doesn't look, because of running, he never get no fatter. He still look mager, right? But
That's how I wear my jacket. Thought I would pull
but Hudson from Deers Mountain, he made us so proud. He made us so proud. Grace Williams, let me recognize some people here so that I don't know where they are. It would be nice for you to tell us where you're tuning in from. Joan Davis, good day, Joan Davis. Oh, we lost okay, I thought we lost him again. Tat Lewis, I know Tat is from Tank Lane. Loxley Quinlan from Quinlan Land. Grace Williams. I don't know where Grace Williams. The name sounds so familiar. I think I know Grace. Hector Richards. I don't know where you're tuning in from. Joy McCray come from Faith Lane. All right. Jason, I don't know where Jason come from. We're friends on Facebook. Garfield Sheriff come from through back on side of a Tank Lane. You can go through Tank Lane and go by house, but the shortest distance you have to wait to get there was right next to Mr. Roderick, Mr.
Hop.
Two ball, Broderick.
Oh,
Two ball.
okay, I'll definitely.
Yes. Who else? Nelson Williams is online also. Who else? Opal Patrick, Jojo is on, Josie. Wayne Matthews. I think Wayne Matthews is from Airy Hill.
Yes, bottom.
Yes, I think it's Mr. Matthews' son. And I think they're related to the Thompsons right next door, right?
Yeah.
Michael Thompson and stuff, right? Who else is here? Cherry Thomas. Cherry is from Gardner Land or Money Hill, one of those. Who else? I know these people. This is great. Janet Dennis. I don't know where Janet comes from. Donovan Jones, Maxine Joy, Francis. Thank you, Rosemary Booth. You have a lot of Oracabessa people. Jesus and Peace, Wolip. Barbara Keys, Babs, good day to you. I said Joan Wallace already. A lot of people. I'm just recognizing some of you, and thank you for joining the show. We want to help. We want to help Mr. Henry, Bulby Henry's son, become very successful at what he does. And we want you to know that we are here anytime at all, just to be your support system, even just to talk, because we have ideas. We've been out there, we've been around the world, and we know some things that you can draw from. Carlton, you had something to say.
I just want to say before we close down that there's a couple of people that I would like to be in touch with. I'm on Facebook. You could look me up. You'd recognize me. Make me your friend, and we can communicate.
All right. That's Carlton Walker.
Mr. Henry.
Mr. Hudson Grant.
Yes.
Give us your thoughts. You write down a whole heap of things there you want to say it. What are the things that you want to say to us at the end of the show here?
Well, first and foremost, I want to say thanks to you for hosting us and for giving us this opportunity to reminisce on where we come from and what we have been doing. And to my cousin, Mr. Henry, we want to wish you all the best. You have my number. We can keep in touch. And for our beloved Oracabessa, we know that with the potential that is there, once it is harnessed properly, sky's the limit.
Yes.
One of your Facebook listener, Miss Keys, my dear cousin, we love you all. And continually, you have been doing a tremendous program, and you're mild humble, if you want to put it that way. So we're going to say with your experience and what you're bringing to the table can only enhance the upliftment of our beloved Oracabessa.
We have a lot of people listening, as you must know that by now. Geraldine Sterling, good morning, good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining the show. Melton Matthews, I think Melton is from up in Deers Mountain, right? Melton, yes. Thank you for watching, and let's take the final thoughts. Barbara says, "I love you too." Let's get the final thoughts from our future councilman.
Yeah, man. Well, as I say, I really appreciate a program such as this because of what otherwise from learning about Oracabessa even more than I know. It is good to see this little mixture, and I am very pleased to be invited on this program because this is what I want to see, and I am a humble youth who like to learn. So I like this forum where I have persons who have been there and done that, and you can teach me certain lessons and help me to gather more ideas in my head than I already have. And this kind of thing, I hope that it continues. All right, and
nice.
Yes, and another thing, I just want to let everybody know that it's my birthday today as well.
Oh, I forgot! Oh, yeah! Oh my gosh! It's also Hudson's birthday. When was your birthday?
It was Wednesday. Wednesday the 3rd was mine.
Okay, yes. all right. No, wait 1 second. Let me. This is very not typical because generally I sing to women, but your family.
Yeah, man.
So let me see now. Leo, you are doing a good job. All right. So here goes, ladies and gentlemen, because it's such a beautiful day. Happy birthday to Henry, Ramon Bighouse Henry, and to Hudson. And I hope they won't mind me singing to them. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Ramon and Hudson. Happy birthday to you. Both of you, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday for both of you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful week, and it's nice to have Oracabessa. Thank you. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
All right.
God bless.
Respect.
Respect.
Wow.